before the shift, so let's talk about James. People have said you have a bad attitude. People have said you're a sore loser. People have said that you are a bully. Let's talk about those things. What's true? What's not true? Where are the misconceptions or the misconstrued thoughts into that?
Okay. So I will say, people have said I had a bad attitude, and that was true. But that is true. I've learned to like deal with my attitude a lot better as an adult. In my younger years, I would black out and I would like lose control of myself, which is how I ended up in so many different situations. Like, thank God I've never been like locked up or had any charges or anything like that. But I've also never like went OD like to the point where it was necessary either. But I'm just so happy I never been to that point. When I got to a specific age, I would say probably about like 25, I started realizing how important it was to self-reflect on yourself. And I felt like my teachers didn't say I had a bad attitude. My mother didn't say I had a bad attitude. My friends didn't say. All these people, ballroom and at home and at work and at school, all these different people are not saying you have a bad attitude. They're not like, there's not a word where I meet and going on and say, let's go tell James he has a bad attitude. That's a part of my self-reflection. I told myself, this has to really be a thing. So a part of that was me describing to myself, what is it that gets me to that point? How is it that I can prevent that? And honest to God truth is I'm still working on how to prevent that. What I will say is me getting older and learning and acknowledging the fact that I had that attitude, I can like shoot from 1 to 10 in no time, but I can also shoot from 10 back to 1 in no time.
So what are some of the triggers you honestly could see?
The triggers are like, there's an amount of, so a lot of times people do stuff to me and you don't see a reaction. I don't react. That's why you don't see a reaction. I'm not a Facebook person. Like, I'm not the type to really go on Facebook and tag people and say this and that, da, da, da. I'm not the go on live and talk about the type of person. So when people see my reaction, that's all they know. And I feel like ultimately there is like no real good time to put your hands on somebody. But then I also feel like as a human being, how much can a person take? You know what I'm saying? I've had like a number of situations in the past where like I literally pulled people to the side and had conversations with them about stuff they've done to me, and I tell them like, I don't appreciate this. And this sounds crazy. It might even sound corny to some people, but honestly, I've sat and explained to somebody like, hey, this is how I feel. I actually like you. I just don't like when you do this. I would appreciate it, and I use these words, and I'm just this normal person when I'm saying that. I say I would appreciate it if you don't do this. And once it's done again, it's like, damn, like how many times do we have to have this conversation? And I hate to say it, but like once I react, I don't have those issues no more. So it's as easy as it is to say violence doesn't solve anything. Like for me, it actually has kind of like stopped people from doing certain stuff to me, disrespecting me or violating my personal space in certain ways. Have been in a lot of situations where I am a protector. Like I protect people around me. So I've been in situations where me protecting one of my friends or one of my family members has gotten me into a fight. At that point, I can't really explain beyond just I'm protecting this person. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who knows me knows that I love to have a nice time. I love to laugh. I love to key. I love to play around. A lot of people who don't know me, like for example, I feel like on YouTube, there's a lot of times where like that's the moment to be shady because like you kind of in a moment like in the mixes times like that. You see like us in a circle keying and like some shade going on, and I play around. I play around with Pumps, Deshaun, Pre, all these different people, and they know I'm playing, but people that don't know me don't know that because I'm playing with a straight face. That I think that kind of makes shade a little more funnier, whatever case may be is. But I'm not really into like the negativity thing because I don't like the idea of going somewhere and knowing that there's 400 people in here and 250 of them don't like me, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like because I don't feel like there's nothing necessary or nothing big enough for me to really seriously have an enemy involved. Nothing.
When you look at the whole bigger picture,
I look at the whole bigger picture. Like we all here really just to have a nice time, to vote, to have fun, to key, to like uplift each other. Nobody here is messing with my money. Nobody here is messing with my home. I don't. It's not necessary really for me to be in here with no type of like uptight attitude or feeling like I hate this amount of people in here. I've done this thing, tried to do it so many times where I've like said, hey, I'm letting go of any issues I've had with people, and I pull people to the side and I've had conversations with them about like, I don't know where this issue started from, but let's end it here. I've done it. I can only control but so much of people's energy and attitudes and stuff like that, and I feel like once I let that kind of stuff go, once I realized like I take a lot more energy out of myself trying to adjust to somebody else's energy, it uses too much of my own. I'll just let it be what it is. So now it's like, okay, here we are back to this place of shade. So for me now, there is no shade. It's just I don't say anything to you, you don't say nothing to me, and I just keep it moving. I don't scroll my eyes at people. I don't talk about them behind their back. I don't do, you know what I'm saying? I don't do catty stuff. It just that takes too much energy once again for me. So this misconception comes from people just simply not knowing me, people not hearing my side of things, people not seeing the build up that it took to get James to this point of being angry. Like I can promise you, there's nobody or no group of people who can tell you James did this out of nowhere for no reason at all. He's a bully. He's mean. Everything, like every action has a reaction. In my case, not every single one. But
so let me ask you this: you are one of the younger leaders in the scene. You're the head of a big establishment, and people are watching you. When you look at things now, do you think that sometimes you should let your impulses or your instincts kind of like go to the back burner and kind of like not per se let things slide, but
I have done.
You understand what I mean? Like let certain things go because you are the head of a big establishment now. How do you feel about that?
So no, 100%. I have had situations recently, and I think it's always going to happen, where I'm going to let certain things slide, or where I'm going to kind of just be okay with the fact that this person disrespected us in this certain kind of way, and I just let it go. I've had that so many different times. Once again, you don't know because I don't talk about it. So like, I just realized I can't please the world. Me pleasing the world with me pleasing some of them, because it ain't gonna please everybody, but me pleasing some people would be me going on Facebook and addressing certain things. I'm not gonna do it because it's just like I'm not that person. I'm not looking for that attention. I'm not really looking for the validation for people to think, oh, James is actually out here really trying. It's like if you pay attention, you know I am, because you see the kind of stuff like people do. When it comes to the House of West, when I tell you like it started off as, oh my God, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all doing so good. You know, keep it up. Y'all change the ballroom. Y'all bringing the energy back. All this different stuff to like people not really liking us, and I'm like confused because we don't bother people. We don't like beef with people. We go and we bring energy to people's balls. We brought out, people don't want to admit it, but we brought like the constant unification of coming back to balls with dress codes and stuff like that.